Hi, so my name is Holly, and the whole reason I'm making this video is because I think travel is extremely important to people, and it definitely helps me keep my mental health and my sanity. So I decided to start making travel videos, how-tos, what to pack, basic things like that, because as I found out over this last 2-3 years, I have friends, coworkers who turn to me quite a bit who they don't know how. They don't know how to book their trip. They literally need a step-by-step instructions. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you guys several different ways in different videos on how to go ahead and do your travel. So that way you can go out and go experience the world, because the world is too big and life is too short. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started. There's many different ways to book travel. The third-party way, Expedia, Orbitz, Southwest Vacations, Delta Vacations, Apple Vacations, Cheap Caribbean, you name it, there are a ton of them out there. So the way I think this video should be done is I think that we should go ahead and start with the most basic, easiest one to navigate, and we'll go ahead and use Expedia on this video so I can show you how to do that. And just so you know, I am not a travel agent. I just do this for fun. I figured everybody needs to learn how to do this, or at least I think they should. But we'll go ahead and get started on this, okay? Okay, so as you can see, we're on Expedia's page here. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to packages. Now I picked Expedia because it's very user-friendly. Not that I have anything against the other ones. They're actually really nice websites as well. And once you start getting really used to doing this stuff, I highly recommend searching websites for the best price available. So at least that's what I do. I will even go as far as searching from different airports in my area to see who has the best price, because you'd be surprised, sometimes flying out of our little airport is cheaper than me flying out of a bigger airport. So not always, but sometimes. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna leave from Spokane, Washington, and we're gonna go to, as you can tell, I searched this one quite a bit. We'll go to Riviera Maya, which is in Cancun. That area, if you don't know. I didn't know until I went there for my first time. So it used to be 6 months out was key to getting some of the best prices. It's now usually around 7 or 8 months. So let's see. So, you know, sometimes October is a good month to go for price-wise. Don't go towards the end of the month. If you're looking for prices, don't go towards the end of the month, because Halloween is a huge holiday. Lots of American people go down there for Halloween. So that being said, we'll go into November just because. So we'll go November 8th through the 15th. And we're going to go ahead and hit search. My internet's a little slow, so. All right, so make sure your stuff up here is correct. Spokane, Washington, Riviera Maya, 2 travelers, November 8th through the 15th. And then I come down here and I filter again and I hit all-inclusive. So I personally prefer all-inclusives when I go down to Mexico. So then you're gonna start looking for a resort that suits your best needs. And I can do a separate video on that if you want me to. Just, I would say, ask in the comments below, and I will do my best to help explain in another video on how to find the resort that best suits your needs. So I personally know down here one of the resorts that I absolutely love. So I'm gonna scroll till I find it. It is called Valentine Imperial Riviera Maya. It is, we've been to 5 resorts in this area, and Valentine is the first one that I have returned to. I loved it that much. It is an amazing, beautiful resort. The staff and everyone there, and even the other vacationers, just everything about that place was just absolutely amazing. So we're actually getting ready to return here in about a week and a half. I know it's here. There it is. Okay, so Valentine Imperial Riviera Maya. So from here, you're gonna go ahead and go in here. For us personally, we just do the Deluxe Junior Suite. It is an absolutely beautiful room. It's more than, has more than enough room in there, and more than enough amenities. I would recommend if you're going for like a special occasion of some sort and you have the means and whatnot to go ahead and book one of the upgrades, do it, go for it. I mean, the entire resort is beautiful, so you won't be disappointed if you book a Deluxe Junior. So we're gonna go ahead and hit that. And now we're gonna go ahead and pick flights. So for this flight, ooh, see, these aren't good flights. So me personally, I would not pick these flights because these are long. They're knocking money off the price because you're coming in late. So, I always scroll down and try to find something where I get in the same day and it's not too bad. So here, this Delta one is not a bad flight at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that one. And then we're gonna pick our flight home. That one, you know, hate to say it, but it's your flight home, so I'm not in any rush to usually get to the airport. So, oh, this one's not bad at all. So here, we'll pick this one and select. And then you're gonna review your trip. So you're in the Valentine, check in November 8th or whatever date you pick. So make sure everything on this page is what you wanted. So whatever resort you wanted, the dates are correct, the room is correct. Come down, check your flights, make sure your flights are correct. If everything looks good to you, then go ahead and hit next, final details. Okay, so on this page, this is where you're gonna enter in your information. You're gonna enter in your first and last name, a phone number, your date of birth, the second traveler's first and last name, their date of birth, and then at that point, you're gonna go ahead and do the same thing here. You're gonna enter in first and last name. You can get the trip protection if you want, and I believe further down, yep, right here, this is where you would enter in your credit card information. So at this point, once you enter in your credit card information, they'll deduct the money from either your credit card or your debit card, and at that point, you're pretty much good to go. So once you've done all of that and you've booked your first trip, then at that point, you start getting ready. That part is kind of the stressful part, because during the entire time, like when I do this, I don't want to say it's stressful because it's really not. During the entire time, I'm doing my research on my hotels. I'm finding one that meets my needs and what I want. I'm looking for location, making sure my flights are going to be good, you know, all that stuff. And I look everywhere for my details. I look on Facebook, I look on TripAdvisor, I look on Google, you name it, I research it. And I'm gonna go and research. I will join Facebook fan page groups just to see what kind of people are coming to this resort, to make sure that even the other vacationers there and myself and my fiance, making sure we're gonna mesh, because you don't want to go to some resort and have a bunch of people there that you're like, oh my gosh, how rude, you know? So, and also joining those groups, it gives you a good idea of the food and things to pack, and especially if it's your first time at a resort. We've been to, like I said, we've been to 5 in the Cancun area, 2 in the Cabo area, and 1 in Puerto Vallarta. We absolutely love it down there. As I said, this year we're actually getting ready to spread our wings. So in November, we will be going somewhere else. I'm very excited about that. And I will be giving you guys more videos on how to do that as soon as I can. So, because that one was an Airbnb and the flights, and I am so excited. And I'm, like I also said, we're getting ready in 10 days to go on vacation to the Valentine with some friends. Those friends that I'm going with, I actually walked her through this entire process. Her and I sat down, we went to lunch because she's also a coworker. So her and I went to lunch together, and we sat out there at lunch, and I'm like, okay, so this is what you do. This is the room you pick. All right, hit pay. And we paid for our trip, and she was just like, oh my gosh, we're going. So she's really excited. We're both really excited about this trip. And that's coming up. So I'm gonna do another video here in a few days showing you like the things that I pack. I have made my own personal packing list for when I'm in the Caribbean, and just because there's certain things that I do not want to be without. And I will explain that all in my packing video, which I'll create hopefully tomorrow. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever about, you know, if you want to do a travel agent, if you don't want to do a travel agent, how do you book third party? How do you book like straight through with the resorts and the airlines and stuff? If you want to know any of those questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I have no problem doing videos on that stuff. I absolutely love this stuff. So thank you and have a wonderful day. Happy travels.